Welcome back, Win the Building. It's your boy D-Friend.
It's your boy B Neil.
Back for another episode of the Absolute Sure Podcast. We missed last week, but we here today. There's a lot of, to end January off with a bang, man. It's been kind of a hectic, crazy January. The beginning obviously starts with Cat Williams. Then now we got this Nicki Minaj and Meg The Stallion debacle going on, and we'll get into it, man. We're gonna discuss the diss tracks. We're gonna discuss the fallout, the reaction, everything in between, man, and also some new breaking information. Oh, videos out there about to come to light, which you already know how I feel about that. I think it's bullshit, but we'll get into it anyway. So, Bryce, it's been a couple days. You got any good things for the people before we
Oh
get started?
man, good things, man. Life is cool. I've been in the stock still. Been doing pretty good, especially compared to my past history. So just got to keep that consistency going, man.
That's good. What I got? Just I don't know. Shit been good. Life good. Everything good. I think that's it, man. I ain't really got too much, but we got a lot of shit to get into today. So I don't know. You want to hop right into it? You want to ease in? I mean, that's the hot topic. I mean, that's the only thing going on. Really, I mean, there's other shit going on, but that's the biggest thing going on. That's the title of the video. That's the image for the video. So Nicki Minaj, man, Meg The Stallion, they're going back and forth. Everybody, I'm sure, has already heard both records from the two ladies. Meg The Stallion's really just a little subtle. You worried about Megan, if you worry about Megan's Law. Obviously, that's a shot at her husband, who has a sexual predator past, and then Nicki Minaj went on a full, tirade over the next 3 days. Then she dropped her diss track, and now we're here today. What did you think about What do you think about both songs? If you listen, I don't know if you listen to Meg shit, but what do you think about the music that we got from it before
You're
we get into
referring
all
to
the bullshit?
his.
Yeah.
When I heard it, I didn't listen to the lyrics deep enough to even pay attention to the diss, honestly. But obviously,
Mhm.
I seen everybody talking about it after. But um, I laughed at the. I didn't really laugh at the song, but I felt like how Nicki was kind of talking shit about her flow and shit like that. It's just like some of the same shit. It ain't really nothing interesting or entertaining in my opinion. But I didn't think it was gonna get no big response or nothing like that. I just thought, oh, Meg dropping a new song, maybe she get some Tory Lanez haters talking shit. Not haters, but people that hate her from that shit, talking shit. But that's the most I thought was gonna really come from it. So I was really surprised to see that honestly. Cause like I said, I didn't even see it in the lyrics honestly.
Yeah, I mean, she said on the Breakfast Club, she said, "Hit dog's gonna holler," and Nikki started going. Nikki started. She started going. I mean, she threw shots at Drake. Apparently, she said niggas talk shit about BBLs, but niggas got the same scars. Everybody already knows. It's like I said, Drake got lipo and Drake got all these type of surgeries.
Which is crazy, by the way.
And then she went on to diss like the Tory Lanez people towards the end, say, all y'all niggas love this nigga so much. Y'all niggas go ahead and J pay him and schedule y'all conjugal visit because y'all want to dick ride so much, just throwing shots to everybody in the mix here. But like I said, the Nicki Minaj part was the part that everywhere like made it go further because she responded to it because of the Megan's Law part. We don't know Nicki Minaj's husband back in the day got charged with attempted rape, went to jail for 4 years for it. And recently, I think he didn't register as like a sex offender in California, so he got like a little probation for that. And yeah, that's why And if you don't know what Megan's Law is where you can know where predators are, right? I guess when predators used to get out, you didn't have to like register and be like they live in this house and that house. And I guess there was a young girl who got killed by her neighbor. They didn't know that their neighbor was a sexual predator, and now all sexual predators have to, where do you live, where are you at, and that's why Nicki Minaj, you can find out where she lives at right now if you wanted to, because her husband's a sexual predator. So, anyways, what do you think about Nicki's diss towards Meg? What do you think about that?
She did her research. I feel
Research
like
or just what's already out? We've already all kind of known.
I feel like obviously I've known it, so it's not nothing that was like something you had to do hard research on, but it wasn't. I feel like she was saying facts that's from things that we ain't seen. She did the fireball in a with a straw. We seen a lot of other situations that she kind of went through with her kind of sleeping with people. So like I said, it's when I say she did her research, it's like she took her time, like putting shit together. Like it wasn't just some rant that really ain't hit. And I think that shit hit home when you talk about beefs, like with the shit with Pusha T. Like obviously, I talk shit about it all the time, but talk about personal shit, people love it. and I feel like it was right up the same alley, especially when shit people could see it and it's factual. Like even if it could be like when I say factual, just like to like popular people. Like if we just not even popular, like if you do like a quick research on it and you see it, people are gonna like, oh shit, and like surface level wins and shit like that. Which is that's all you really need when you talk about beefs and shit like this. So I feel like she did what she was supposed to, bro. She killed her. I ain't gonna lie. Now was
Yeah,
it
see, I mean, there's a lot of mixed reviews. Like you say, you killed her. I see a lot of people say. I mean, Flying Low said that Meg won. He told me that in the messages, Meg won that one. It didn't, because I guess
well?
I don't know. I don't know why he said she won.
I'm
I seen
about
a
to
lot of people
say,
saying like she kind of blew her load. Like a lot of the lyrics and shit, she already like was doing on her IG live rants, and she was tweeting the lyrics and shit like that already. So when the song
I
came
guess.
out, it'd be shit people already heard. And I mean, I thought that part was witty when she named all the niggas. Like I thought that was a witty part. Like that was good. Um, it's like it's just shit we knew. It's like we know she a hoe, you know. So like
Yeah.
to me, it's like it's impactful. Like we knew she fucked Tori, we knew she fucked the baby, we knew she fucked with
But
Jeezy, this person, that
the
person. I just
mama
like the
shit
way I
too.
like the way she did it.
That mama
But
shit was crazy when she was talking about you fucked your mama boyfriend or whatever she said.
well, yeah, that's the rumor that the nigga that her manager, what's his name, T Ferris or something like shit like that, that she fucked with him. That's what the rumor is out there right now.
Yeah. Now when I say she killed it, I'm just going off of like I said, surface level shit. Did I love the song? Was it like back to back or anything like that? No, I ain't gonna sit up here and say that, but yeah, that's when I say killed it. I'm just going like you talking about it, two people fighting. She threw some shit that was some slugs out there, like some real life slugs. And even if we do know it, bro, when someone popular bring it up, it hit different, bro. And like I said, it's not a popularity contest. I don't know what word to use, but it's childish shit. It's like an argument in school or a fight in school or just who you like more in the school type shit. It's similar shit. And when them people start punching, people gonna be on their side. And if it hit home on any aspects, good luck. That's just how shit go. And I ain't saying it's fair or anything like that, but as far as beefs and rap beefs go, like I think Nicki did a good job.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Megan. I think she do have to respond. Though. I think I seen people like Charlamagne saying like she don't have to respond. I was like,
It's
I
rap,
don't
you
see why
got
she
to.
wouldn't. I don't see why she wouldn't respond to her. She said like she talking about your mama. I mean, like she ain't like disrespecting your mama. People keep saying like
She really
you're
was
disrespecting
disrespecting
your
her
mama,
character.
but it's still like it's like don't even bring up my mama, bitch. Like, like fuck what you talking. I
That's
don't get
true.
like if you ain't
But
say like, oh, your mama a
it
dead bitch, she a hoe. It's like, but don't even bring up my mama, bitch. Like, I don't give a
it's
fuck. If
crazy.
I'm going, if I'm her, I'm going rampant on her. I'm talking about your brother who's a pedophile.
Got to.
I'm talking about your husband who's a sexual
Got
predator.
to.
I'm going like, bro,
You gotta talk
because
about
in my
Gucci.
opinion,
She sucking Gucci dick. I ain't gonna lie, it's a
Gucci
lot of
dick,
shit you
walking
gotta.
dick, it's a bro. You could go crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's
Neither
like
one of
these
these
two
people are
people.
great people, so
These are two people that are not well liked. They have a lot of dirt and information. And I'm like, people are saying like, oh, well, y'all talking about her husband, yada yada yada. But like, we're doing a character battle, right? Like,
pretty
Meg
much.
is a liar. Meg is a hoe, right?
Hmm.
So that's her character. You look at Nicki, like, okay, so you were willing to marry a nigga who is a sexual predator. So that got to look at your character a certain type of way. Why are you willing to, put up with this? So even though y'all try to say, oh, that's her husband, but no, that's a part of her. She got this man and she wanted to, create a covenant with him. That's a part of your character now. So it's something that's gonna be talked about. It's gonna be something that's gonna be
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
discussed at
I
the end
always
of the
said
day.
that shit was crazy. You know how I feel about pedophiles. I mean, I feel like everybody
It's
should
like,
feel that way, but yeah, I don't even know if it was pedophile, but sexual offender, whatever the fuck it's called.
yeah, his case was he was 15, so they was both young, but still, he's a predator regardless. Like her brother
I
is a
don't know the
pedophile though.
story.
Her brother was having sex with his stepdaughter when she was 11. So her brother's a
I don't
pedophile,
remember the story.
husband's a
I should
sex
say.
offender.
So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of angles Meg could come at, but the problem is you don't want to really get in a battle with Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is more wittier. Nicki Minaj is a better rapper. Nicki Minaj has
But I
more
mean,
clout.
past this, what's she gonna say? Past like, what's she gonna say after this? Okay, I fucked all the niggas. Cool. Now you trying to allude I didn't get shot? Like, what is she gonna say next
Well,
about it?
that's true. The ball is in Megan Court to respond, and if she do respond, people like I said, this surface level shit. People got I forget what it's called, but recency bias. So Meg
Mhm.
might look like she's the winner because she's the last to respond. So then the pressure would be back on Nicki. So it would be harder for her. But at the end of the day, I feel like Nicki is a clever person. Meg is not so well liked, and it's things she maybe can go even more in depth on. And you got to think, like I said, it's surface level shit. She could just keep playing it to the people that don't like Megan, just like people can do the same with Nicki. But I think the problem with that comes in play is Nicki got more clout. Nicki got more access to media. Nicki got more. When you talk about rappers and shit be doing this blackballing shit. When you talk about people, they say NBA YoungBoy was blackball. I don't believe
But
in
when
it.
we say Nicki got more clout, who does Nicki got more clout with?
Connections,
Like with Drake and shit like that? Because
in general, I feel like
Meg the
it.
Stallion, Meg the Stallion, as far as the industry wise, looks like the golden. You know, she got all the commercials. She got all the.
Uh,
She on Good Morning America. So I'm saying, what are we talking about? We're talking about connection. We talking about
that's
like the
that's a push.
industry part. You talking about like she know Wayne and Drake and
Yeah, I'm
like
talking about
what do you mean
connections
when you say
actually in
like
rap where it really matter. Like I think,
with the artist?
yeah, I think Megan is clearly being pushed to be something that I feel like she's not, but she got people around her. She in Rock Nation. It's like being signed to LeBron James clutch agency. Dude might not deserve that contract, but then niggas the agency good over there and they getting niggas signed. So it looked good as far as making camp, as far as where they can put her at and get her shown. But I don't think that necessarily translates to how much power or clout she got in the industry. I think
Yeah.
Nicki been doing it for a decade long, and maybe she's burned some bridges. I don't know, but I just feel like when you talk about when it comes to beef and who people gonna feel like I ain't really trying to get upset. Like we ain't seen people kind of take the side of like Megan really ain't shit. Like and I feel like even though she got a lot of buzz, it's a risk to do that, especially when you consider the topics that we were talking about it coming from like people with like Joe Budden, and others. Like, but regardless of that, I feel like it may be similar to that Nicki. Who really want to upset? Would you rather upset Nicki or would you upset Megan when you talk about these industry ties? I just feel like when shit like that come into play,
Well, I don't know. Y'all say Rock Nation's so powerful. I might want to stay on the side of Rock Nation.
oh, that may be true. That may be true. I said that's one part of it, and she do got on her side. But and I also feel like as far as hip hop, the fans who when you go into this, who are we likely to take side, Nicki. Maybe I'm crazy, but I think Nicki built a legacy where she's a more favorited person than Meg The Stallion is. Meg The Stallion still was building herself up. So I'm only reason I'm saying this is because I said I don't know if Megan really want to get into a long beef with Nicki Minaj. Like I don't know how, if she do win, she gonna be licking some wounds too type shit. Because I don't think it's gonna be like I said. It's a battle that Nicki most likely gonna win, and even at the end of it, it's still Nicki Minaj's legacy still there. If Megan Thee Stallion really take a loss, like it might be end the career type shit. Like so, that's why I say type. That's the only reason I'm getting into that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it just depends on what if she does drop a diss track and what it sounds like and what it looks like
And that bitch
will be
can't be a
determined. Because like
L.
at the end of the day, it's not really a battle like niggas. It's really a battle of the women, like the women fans. That's really where it's like, obviously, like the dudes that like Tory Lanez, they like fuck Meg, but they're not like super like we love Nicki. It's just like all right, fuck that, yeah, fuck that bitch. But it's really the women that are really battling it out on social media over who they like, who they don't like, and Meg got the benefit of that Nicki Minaj is hated, right? She got the benefit of the Cardi B fans. I seen a
That's
tweet where
true.
they was like Beehive, Swifties, shit, the K-pop niggas, Barty Gang, let's help Meg. Like they got the fandoms like teaming up against Nicki Minaj
What
and
was
her
the
crew.
Nicki Minaj slug when she say, "Tell her what you call your that girl"? She like that when you do a song with her, you call her like that Mexican girl or something like that.
Oh, she said something like, I guess she's alluding to Meg called Cardi like a dirty Mexican or something like that.
Yeah, so when you brought that up, I'm like, is the connection still as clean on that side? I don't know. I don't know.
Um, I think it's just one of. I mean, I don't. They just did a record together. They did that bongo shit like was it end of last year?
Yeah, but none of this information was coming out now.
Yeah, but then also too, like, is Cardi gonna believe Nicki? Like, like Nicki gets like,
Nah, that is crazy
where's the
though.
proof at?
That's a
That's gonna
crazy
believe her.
hate. Like you putting some you saying some shit, but you putting it through her mouth, like, but you the one making that shit up. That would be
Yeah, like,
crazy.
is Cardi B gonna listen to Nicki Minaj say that Meg Thee Stallion called her a dirty Mexican?
That'd be.
I don't know if she's gonna be a credible,
No, I
witness
feel
in
that.
the
I feel
in that scenario.
that.
Cause she'd be like, oh, this bitch could just be saying anything to try to,
Bitch, you the one be
But
calling me a dirty Mexican. Nah, that's
yeah,
crazy.
that was you. You just wanted to say it out loud. But I think it's like the thing I was looking at is like Nicki Minaj and Cardi went back and forth, right? They actually got into like a physical thing, but that was because they saw each other. But like literally a couple weeks ago, Cardi B was like, she was mad about something. I forgot what it was. And she had tweeted, she was like, tell your husband go to the park, some shit like that. Which her husband's a sexual predator, so I don't know if he can go to parks and shit like that. But regardless, it's like there's got to be something more with this Meg Thee Stallion shit. Like it feels like this is like really personal for her, because like Lotto dissed her a couple times on some new records. She ain't go this crazy. It's something about Meg Thee Stallion. I think I don't know what it is. I don't know if she thought she was like grooming, not grooming literally, but like she was rocking with Meg. They did Hot Girl Summer, and then something happens, and then she does WAP with Cardi B. I don't know if she
Well,
feels like ultimately betrayed by Meg Thee Stallion. Like it's something about Meg Thee Stallion. I feel like
it
is
could be a
very
series of things actually when you bring that up.
personal in this one.
The WAP
Like that,
shit
like the
probably.
Cardi B thing felt like, obviously she's the new girl, so fuck that bitch. And then Lotto's been dissing her, but like it feel like Nicki Minaj is really honed in on Meg Thee Stallion and making records about her, and is
And
on
also, I
raspy.
mean, Lotto ain't as popular as Meg Thee Stallion either. So it's like Lotto throwing some shit out there. It's like, it don't really hit home like a Meg Thee Stallion could possibly, especially when you talk about the people that support them. Like I'm not, I don't like Megan Thee Stallion by any means, but she do got some people that fuck with her. Let's be honest. So, um, and then when you say the WAP shit, that could be a part of it because she obviously wasn't fucking with Cardi. Then the shit from what Nicki said herself, she was telling her to get an abortion or to not worry about it, just drink or some shit, something like that. Like that probably kind of turned her off to the type of character that girl got. And I know Nicki get like when I watch her interviews and shit, I don't know if it's just the act or anything, but she do seems finicky with like how you gonna deal with her and talk to her. And she seems to be easily ticked off if you do something wrong. Like she seems one of like those
Mhm.
people you kind of got to tiptoe around in a sense. Like, and like I said, I don't know if that's just her being funny or real life, but I feel like if you upset Nicki in the wrong way, because I remember like Casanet said the date of her like the album supposed to come out because she had
Yeah.
like a re-release, not a re-release, but she changed the date of the when the album's supposed to come out. And she kind of snapped on them. And I said I don't know if that's just her being in the like active
I don't know if
entertainment.
she's like in that.
You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
don't know if that's acting entertainment or she just pampered it, or she really feels like maybe she's like
Mm-hmm.
like I'm here and y'all are here, so
Mm-hmm.
y'all need to address me at all times in like this type of manner,
Yeah.
right? Because even I was watching, she was live on Joe Budden's Spaces, and a guy was like, "Hey Nikki, can you like clear up that whole you sending people to Meg's mom's grave thing?" And then she kind of like snapped on him. I was like, I feel like that's like a simple thing, like, hey, if you're not doing that, like just like that ain't me, because that's like a crate to send your fans to do that, which I don't think she's doing that, but like if that was a rumor about you, like that's kind of crazy. Like, all right, I ain't doing all that now. I got fuck the bitch. I don't fuck with her, but I ain't gonna send nobody to go fuck with her mama grave. Like that's next level. Like
Mm-hmm.
crazy shit. That's on some other. But she got snapped on a nigga. It's like, I mean, hey,
So I mean, if she doing that in like occurrences like that, I feel like same with like personal relationships, she could easily cut you off and not like you easily be on the other side of the fence as far as her fucking with you and not having feelings for you type shit.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know what's gonna come of this. I think she does have to respond. I don't know how she responds. I don't know when she responds. I don't know if she's like, fuck it, I'll let his go. Oh, let me do something real quick. I'll let his go. It's projected. It's fighting right now. From what I saw, it's fighting for like number one, number two next week on the chart. So does she just let it ride out, try to get a number one out of it, and then respond to her, or do you take your number one and say, I'm gonna act like I'm unbothered, fuck that bitch,
You gotta
I'm gonna
take
just
her.
release my album, I'm gonna go on tour and just keep it pushing.
I mean, you cannot respond. It's gonna be a certain type of way, obviously, to rap people like it. But I feel like you shoot your shot, man. If it hit, it hit. If it don't, it don't. And if you gotta rebound your career, like I mean, you already been kind of doing that anyway. So fuck it. Like, but
Yeah,
at worst, you at least gotta take a shot. And if it's a dud, yeah, like I said, it's gonna be an ugly one because people gonna shit on you. But if you really believe in yourself and you feel like you can drop hits or women still gonna fuck with you because you make a certain type of music, bro, you gotta defend yourself and just keep it pushing, bro. But
Yeah, because I
I
don't feel
don't
like
know.
there's nothing too much to. I don't feel like there's really. I'm trying to think about like, is there really much to win if she does come out and like, let's say she destroys Nicki Minaj, like
Nah, she
the
wins a
male
lot.
fan. No, but the male. I'm trying to get like conversion of fan bases like to fuck with you, right? The people that already rock with her, they're just gonna rock with her more. She's not gonna steal no barbs because barbs are automatically gonna say it's trash, right? The dudes that are just like spectating, they're not gonna run and be Meg fans. Like it's like so. I'm trying to figure out where does she capture fan base if she responds? Like who does she capture it from? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I think it is a interesting question, but I just think it depends on the type of level of response. Like if she does some response where it was like a back to back, which I obviously don't see her doing, it could just make people see her in a different light. And we know how that could change a whole lot for a career to where people don't mind seeing you versus people get tired of seeing you. Like it's the baby. Like when he was in a good light, everybody seen him in a good light. Nobody was tripping on him. Oh, he got a feature. Oh, he got this going on. The perspective on him changed. It's tomato, tomato, tomato. And I feel like if she could do something to a point where people like, oh no, she clapped back and it hit. I ain't a fan. Yeah, I might not be a fan, but she garnered a little respect. Like
Yeah,
that goes a long way as far as when your next song come out. Like people might give it a more of a chance than if they feel like, nah, that girl just a whack ass alcoholic, whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? Type shit. So
yeah.
that's what I feel. It might not garner a whole lot of fans, but it can change the perspective on it. Like, and that, like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, Pusha T went at Drake, and Drake got enough haters to where it pushed the nigga Pusha T towards a certain light. Like,
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Pusha T isn't a polarizing figure already, so it could just help him with the niggas that hate Drake. You know what I'm saying? But these two people, it's like Nicki got her fan base locked in. Meg Thee Stallion got this support. You know what I'm saying? But they're not overly supporting her music all the time. So I mean, maybe that put. I mean, look what happened. I guess now, look, she got more album sales now. So I mean, like if Nicki Minaj would never responded to his, it probably wouldn't be fighting for number two, number one. Like her last song she dropped, where she was like, "My pussy depressed." I don't even know. I don't know where that landed on the charts, but it didn't like it wasn't like top 10. So I mean, it could get her another top 10 maybe if she responds and it's crazy and people are supporting it.
and,
But I just don't know if long term. The only and I don't even think this will help her. But the only thing that helps make the stallion long term is if not the video Whack 100 is alluding to where it shows something else. The only way that helps her career is if there's an actual video that shows Tory Lane shooting her. That's the only thing that can help her career. To like maybe get her back to where she was at. But also then I think if that video actually came out, niggas just be like, oh, Rock Nation created AI and they won't believe it anyways. But that's the only thing I think that could really truly get
nah,
her
that
back
would still get
in the
her.
graces.
Niggas might be like that, but it'll be hard for the niggas to speak out. Like I was at work the other day and I was like free Tory and the two male black dudes was like, what? Like I was like, oh shit. I thought niggas cared about that was on Team Megan. I was like, okay, let's poke at you niggas real quick. But it would have been a lot harder for me to get my shit off if there was a video out there. I
I can
ain't
do it
gonna
when
lie
it's
to
just
you.
speculation, but when there's a
Yeah.
video, I gotta like, you know what? Rock
But
Nation do got some technology, but I'm gonna, I'm gonna
I
chill.
got
I'm
it.
gonna
I
chill.
got it. I can't down on that ledge no more. But
Yeah, for sure. But hold on, let me before we get to let me read. I didn't see all these fucking
oh yeah, do your
things.
thing. I
So
got my
there
shit
must
full
be more
screen.
to why Nikki hates Meg. It can't be just Meg suggesting her going to the clinic. That's why I said while she was trying to or already get pregnant. Yeah, because even after that night, they were still kind of like buddy buddy. So it's like I feel like that's like a good like scapegoat. That's a good moment to bring up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh look, she tried to get me drunk, but y'all was kiki and ha ha, and you was pouring drinks in her mouth during that. So I don't know if that's. I think it's the Cardi B shit. That's wrong. It's the WAP shit, and also WAP becoming this big like fucking song and kind of like. Did you think Cardi B had her moment right? People were like, what's the next thing? She ain't dropped the album yet, but that was a big moment where WAP was number one for 4 weeks. And maybe she's like, this bitch is helping like keep this bitch career going on. I never had a number one. Now this bitch got another number one. And maybe she look at it, like you're betraying me a little bit. But anyways, they're both polarizing figures, but Meg's fan base don't always support her music. That's true. Meg better not have any text or vids of her calling Cardi the dirty Mexican. I think Meg makes Nicki insecure because Meg was locally meant to be Nicki's replacement. Cardi Lotto are different from Nicki. Okay. Kai experience is great. Nicki has always been sensitive. We got okay. Da 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 da. Not holding down the Houston woman is sick. There are a lot of smoke and mirrors in hip hop. Okay,
She from San Antonio.
okay, yeah. She was born in San Antonio and then she moved to Mo City or something like that. Something like that. But anyways,
But you asked the question. I was just gonna answer it quickly because it was a little thing I feel like I could see happening too. You
uh,
asked about the what's the longevity possibilities of this situation, kind of for Megan and maybe even both of them. It could easily make both of them bigger because at the moment this situation is a thing, but once Megan responds, it becomes a lot bigger. Where I feel like more people gonna talk about it on the radio, more maybe even become a national conversation on certain levels.
yeah,
And depending on how good the response is, obviously it can make it bigger. So it low key could push them both up to a point where people just is more people that's just go harder for Megan, and which she would need at the time. And Nikki
yeah.
already got her fan base, and it just maybe add to her shit, just depending on her response and shit like that. Because it could definitely make them bigger.
I was just thinking about that. If I'm Meg the Stallion, right, and I know that this is crazy, I'm like, man, I'm really going. I'm fucking going at her. I'm going at her. You know, being on pills. I'm going at Meek Mill beating ass. I'm going
Yeah,
crazy, right?
crackhead. You can go all
Crack. If
type
I'm
of
going
shit.
crazy, as soon as I drop that disc and I immediately see a good reception, I'm dropping the tour tickets. The tour tickets going to sell as soon as the disc start getting traction. Cause I feel like at that moment, people are excited about you, so they might be excited about going to your show. You know what I'm saying? So like, you gotta drop it
Hmm.
that instantly. Like, boom, I'm going on because she right now she's going on tour, I guess, in the summertime. So drop the disc. People talking about me, they're excited about me. Drop the tour tickets, and then hopefully that makes people want to like come see my show and support me in that way as well. Because it's all a competition between her and Nicki as well. Like Nicki's on tour. Oh, well, we want to support Meg. We want to go to her show, and you know, we'll see what happens with that. What size venues can Meg fill on tour? I hopefully she's smart about it and doesn't go ego play. I don't think she's doing arenas, like she's not doing Toyota Center. She's not. I think she should do like I don't know what they're called, but whatever. Like there's arenas, and then there's whatever's under arenas. Maybe like five
Warehouses.
thousand people. Like shit, like do like 5,000, 4,000 people in major cities. Like you can go to New York and do whatever, but don't go trying to go. I'm gonna go to New York and I'm gonna do Madison Square Garden. I'm gonna go to Miami and I'm gonna go to wherever the Miami Heat play, and I'm gonna go to LA and I'm gonna go to crypto. Like I don't think she's that. I don't think she's that level. I don't think so. Could be wrong, but I don't think so. Do whatever that is below the
Is
arena.
Nikki even at that level?
Yeah, Nikki, she gonna be in Houston on May 9th.
Toyota Center?
Yeah, Toyota Center sold out. I'll be there.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, so that's the fuck. This thing, baby, I still fuck with Nikki. You know what I'm saying? Her husband a predator. I've been through that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. It's just if we're gonna do the character battle, let's have the character battle. I think that's what we're gonna do. It. Let's do it. But you know, what you say?
Real
Maybe
journalism from both of us because we clearly have
yeah.
biases, but we
Yeah,
we, we
clearly.
gave we gave
Clearly. Let's
different
give it an
sides.
honest take. Like, I'm biased. All right, you know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for Meg. Like, the niggas just killing her. Maybe she did get shot. Nikki trying to lose. She didn't get shot. I was like, all right, bro, we're gonna do it.
What is
And then
scars?
this thing for Nikki too. Nikki is, I think she's smart because she play into like whatever the internet narrative is. So she knows what she's doing. She's like, did she really even get shot? It's like, okay, she already know. Then y'all niggas' antennas gonna start going up. See, someone else in the industry is confirming this is what's
Oh,
going
for a
on
fact.
here.
But it's also a risk too, because you could feel like women could take a certain feeling to that. Because most women were Team Meg, not for the music, but because of that situation. Now I do see some women on Tory's side for sure, but a lot of women on Megan's side, and I feel like a lot of those same women, when you start going at that situation, feel like, well, no, I was on Megan's side of that argument, but you never
Yeah.
know how biases play with certain people in certain situations. But it
Yeah.
could be a risk too going on that ledge. So
So how do you feel about the people's response to like her doing the damn mama shit? Like people like, oh my god, this is disgusting. And there's also people like, this is rap. Like this is what we do. Like this is how it's supposed to go. How'd you feel about
what
that?
did she say anything outside of her
She said,
fucking?
lying on your dead mama. That's all she said. She didn't say like, your mama a bitch, your mama a hoe. Like I'm glad she's dead. Like she didn't say nothing like that. She said you lying on your dead mama.
Hey, it's disrespectful as fuck. And I mean,
I think it's like I don't think it's like it's not like saying like I fucked your bitch you fat motherfucker. Y'all niggas got sickle cell. Y'all gonna die. Like it ain't nothing crazy like that. But it's just like
it's disrespectful still
don't
though.
bring up my mama, nigga. Like, if my mama dead, like even if my mama not dead, bitch, don't bring up my mama. But I
Yeah.
get it. Nikki said you brought up my husband. So it's like you brought my husband, I'm gonna bring up your mama. But like
Yeah,
Nikki,
that's
your
true.
husband is a predator. You know that's a fact. And I
That's
also
true.
the one thing I didn't like that like turned me off a little bit to this like I don't like how she's acting like that's nothing. She's like, y'all keep bringing up this 30-year-old T. Like, it's just like, she act like we bringing up, like, oh, he robbed a candy store and stuff. Like, you know, it's like, oh, it's not, y'all bring up this 30-year-old T. Like, it, no, he attempted to rape somebody. Like, that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not some
Mm.
small, like, little, little crime he committed back when he was a 15-year-old. No. He held her at knife point and tried to rape her.
Damn,
She
I
said
ain't
he
know
did
that
rape
either.
her. Huh?
I said I ain't know that either. The knife, I ain't know the knife
Yeah,
part.
at knife point. Like if you read the thing, she said he was. She says I got to read more into it because she says he raped her, right? But he got
Oh,
charged with
Nikki
attempted rape. No, no, no,
or
no.
the
The woman
oh
said that he raped her, like actually did it, and I think he only got charged with attempted rape. Now maybe he pled down to it and whatever, but teaches on. It was when he was like 15 or something like that. 15, 16. He was young. He was like high schooler when he did it, but it doesn't excuse it. But still, and then her brother obviously went to jail for 25 to life for raping his stepdaughter. And let me ask you this question. Can I ask Carlos this question? If your brother, you have brothers, if your brother was accused of something like that, raping their stepdaughter, after they get sentenced, would you write a letter to the judge saying like, my brother is the most genuine soul, he's kind-hearted? Like, would you send a letter to try to lighten your brother's sentence after you heard like all the details of doing, or you be like, nigga, I can't really, I'm sorry, you raped a girl like a little kid, like I can't really vouch for you, I can't really send in a letter for
I don't know if I would, but I wouldn't be mad at somebody that they did.
you.
Is I don't
You wouldn't hold it
it's
against them.
so it just depends. Like if you saying that person had life and you trying to get them down to 25, 15 years, I wouldn't be mad at that.
Mm-hmm.
But if the person got 15, 20 years and you trying to get them to 1 year, then I might
Mm-hmm.
have a problem with that. Like to lighten the sin is just like obviously I feel like a person can learn a lesson within a certain amount of time. I feel like you could be reformed in a certain amount of time, like as far as maybe even 5 to 10 years. Like I feel like that's a good amount of time to sit and realize what the fuck you've been doing. Like it's crazy,
Yeah,
especially when you realize that when people realize what your conviction is in the jail, like they gonna treat you a certain type of way too. So you can
yeah,
get shaped up pretty fast. So I now to get a nigga trying to write in to say that nigga don't deserve any time, like I probably feel a certain way about that. But
yeah.
it's family, so I always feel like I
But also
can't
when
you
I
can't
when
be
I
too
when I read
crazy.
in when I read into the story, right? I read into like I didn't read into the details of the case. I'm just reading into what the news articles were writing about it. So it was like, um, so it's a stepdaughter, right? So it's a mama, a daughter, and her son. So them three, and then him, right? So the son says that he saw the guy assault the sister, and then they found his semen on a pair of her underwear, something like that, right? And but there was arguing that this woman hated him or she was mad at him because he was trying to get rid of some shit. So they're trying to his story was they're trying to plant this on me, right? Which it's a possibility that this could happen. You tell your son to lie and say that he did this, and then I don't know how you get semen. I guess you can I don't know have sex with a condom on and put semen on the girl. I don't know what I thought you got to do a lot of elaborate shit to frame a nigga like that, but that's what they was trying to kind of go with. That was their arguments. Like I didn't do this, they set me up. You know, they're framing me, which could happen, but I don't know how plausible that is. I mean, that's kind of like a last ditch effort to kind of get yourself,
Yeah, yeah, I don't know.
off the case.
That sounds extravagant.
Yeah,
And I also feel like the situation if they're a repeat offender, like I probably wouldn't be writing in.
yeah, true.
If it's something happened one time, like I can see her it was like it's say if Nikki had wrote to the probation when he got that, I could see that because like this happened when he was 15. But
Mhm.
the brother shit that seemed a little kind of like I might stay away from that because the one thing about it too is also you fucked over family.
Yeah,
Like you family, but you also fucked over family. So
yeah.
that's also a part where I'm like, nah, you
Oh, and
might
also
need to get
another
the
part of
fuck
the
out of
Nicki
here.
husband thing, they were getting sued by the victim because she claims that before I guess Nicki and the guy went public, she was trying to pay her to recant her story. Right. So hey, you say he didn't do this, so now I can like this could be my you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So when it gets brought up, it's like, oh well, no, she said it didn't happen, so it's all good. Which I don't know. They're in a lawsuit right now about that. But well, let me see what the comments are saying. I see Trails crying about something. I skipped over their comments. I mentioned Flying Lowe's comments. He said that we're not staying with the Houston woman. I didn't even see you say anything else besides, you should be doing your usual babble shit ain't add to the conversation. But anyways, Rhonda says Charlemagne has that case that stays with him. The victim is suing iHeart. How long will the Breakfast Club last, especially with DJ Envious? That'd be because that case been on Charlemagne for they were talking about that shit since like 2015. So I don't feel like nothing's really gonna come from that. He can't talk about Nicki's husband. Yeah, I mean, yeah. All right. So Meg didn't care about Nicki's husband. Yeah, but that's all of them. Like now, Nicki says Meg's like sucks at rapping, but before when it was cool, she was the princess of rap. That's how niggas be. They like you the greatest when I love you, and then you're trash when I hate you. Like that's it is what it is. That's how it goes. Like I hate you now. Oh yeah, your husband's a predator. That's how it goes. Now I'm sure everybody who's ever fallen out that was friends, like Drake and Meek loved each other, and now Meek a little nigga on Nicki's store, and he's fucking trash, and he's whatever. That's just, and now they love each other. Him and Meek, whatever. That's just how it goes. So, anyways, we don't really got to get into the whole Whack 100 tape shit. It's just another, there's another tape. An Asian woman now has the tape, and the DA was trying to suppress it. Whenever I hear Whack 100 name, I always feel like some kind of full of shit is awry. So I'm taking that with a long grain of salt. That there will actually be a tape to be revealed. And if there's not a tape to be revealed,
Probably
he'll
a
pretty
short
much
grain of salt.
he'll just be like, oh well, Rock Nation, they Rock Nation hit it, so you guys will never see it. Because my constant thing is like, if there's this tape out here, bro, why y'all letting this nigga Tory sit in jail? Like, if there's a tape, I don't want Tory in jail. If there's a tape, Tory needs to be at home with his kid. If there's really a tape, if y'all niggas seen the tape, y'all have all fucking watched the tape, and everybody's got the fucking tape. Y'all need to, because this is my thing too. Is like, if niggas got the tape, I get it. Rock Nation, we're scared of this. That. Like when they said Drake saw the tape, this is the biggest fucking artist in the world. If Drake just posts the fucking tape on Instagram, yeah, Rock Nation took it down, but a million niggas will screen record that tape. That should be everywhere on the internet before it gets
Drake gonna get
actually
killed. He do
taken
some
down.
shit like that.
Drake, if Rock Nation killed Drake, like this is the thing too. Like make the
Oh, it's
Stallion is
not
great
Rock
probably to
Nation.
the. Well, I don't know. Now we're bigger than Rock. Okay, where are we going now? Now we go. Who is it? Israel? Where are we going with this?
I wasn't
Who's
gonna go
the
that.
head?
I wasn't
Who's
go
the
that
head of the?
far.
It's like Rock Nation no more. Now we had another head of the snake.
Nah, I just
Who's
feel
past
like
Rock
that's
Nation?
when you upset when you start going against the I don't know what you call
If
Hollywood
any music
lines. You
industry nigga
fucking
want to
up.
kill Drake for Meg the Stallion and their
It's not
whatever,
a. It's not necessarily a music. It's not. I don't think it's a musical nigga. It's the people that run our society. Like, nah, you crossed the wrong line.
but
Like, I
for Meg. This is
you
how I felt about the
don't because
Tory.
you.
This is how I felt about the Tory shit. Like when niggas like, oh, they try to get rid of Tory for his catalog. I'm like, okay, for now niggas, now I rock Meg cool with her, but like to risk it all for her, it's like why are we risking it for her?
This about principle. That's what you don't ever be really realizing. You be wanting
But
to
what's
talk
the
about the
principle?
individual
Like it's
person.
like, but you still have to have a
The
risk benefit
the
of this person.
principle is that they was this the people of the powers that be was gonna hang Tory Lanez, and that's the decision that's been made. If somebody go against that, trying to help him, and they embarrass him, oh, you gonna pay for that.
But the people,
That's just
we
how
ain't
this
even gonna know the
society
people
goes.
though. We're never gonna know who the people
Now,
are.
if Drake posts some shit like that, bro, you upset the wrong people, bro. Like that's how I see it, and that's how a lot of shit been going on for a long time, bro. You
But I'm just trying
cannot
to think
upset the
if
people
Drake posts a video,
that
right?
run
Drake don't
shit.
be like, if Drake don't be like, I got this video from X, he just posts a video. What people, like the DAs, the government of California, like I'm trying to figure out what
Bro.
people be exposed.
It's way deeper than that. The people that be getting people killed and knocked off, bro. This shit
But
over our
I'm
head,
just
bro.
asking, but like who's gonna be exposed by it if Drake? Like I'm trying to figure out who's gonna be the people that are like, because you have to be able
You
to
went
prove
against the
somebody.
society, bro. We tried to get this man hung as a public. Like this should go for. This was a public message being sent. This was a even from like Me Too shit, and we trying to get people hung. Like it's many different ways you kind of look at it, but this was something that they had as far as let's say a script, and this was a part of a plan that they many other different things that they like to do as far as rituals and all this other shit. You went against the grain. That's as simple as it is when you talk about the powers that be and how Hollywood run and how these governors run. Bro, a lot of people get knocked off all the time because they went against the grain.
I hear you, I get you, but my thing is if the power, like I just got to be who's in that meeting room when the powers would be like, this is the script we about to write.
The same niggas
Tory
that's in the
and
meme
Meg The
room that be
Stallion.
giving these niggas this power
I
to
was like,
be as
it feel
successful as they
like we can
is.
do to a poor, like killing Michael Jackson, maybe like that. Maybe that's okay. He's got Sony, like he's gonna do this, like that makes sense. You know, like we're gonna get rid of this guy. But like, I just can't fathom who was in there. Like, let's do a side mission. Like Tory and Meg, that's a side mission for the fucking upper conglomerate. I feel like because like these two people in like a micro
Not
the world, like
necessarily a
they're not that
side
important.
mission.
They're not that important.
Well, it's not like I said, it's not the principle, but as far as the story of the Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, it lasted for about 3 years, especially in the black entertainment world, which that's white people like us to run a certain type of way and don't go outside of certain lines. And when you talk about the black versus the man and woman being fighting and going at each other, that should help that situation. When you bring clarity to shit like this, they don't want you bringing clarity to that situation. They want black community to be toxic, just like they want niggas to be gay, niggas to shoot
Oh,
niggas
so the
up,
Megan and
niggas to
Tory
be
thing is to make the black man and
it.
black
It
woman
all,
at a
it's
divide.
it's a part of all this. All of these stories was a part of a certain place. When you see certain shit come out like this and these stories and being dragged out for 3-4 years, and we feel like people getting hung. Like, bro, I told you, I've been feel like this shit was a part of some scripts. And not necessarily that everything so much is fake, but how people gonna play certain narratives around these things. Like, obviously, like, and people can see and think this is a one-off occurrence, and oh, it was just Tory and Meg. Man, this shit was a story that they drug for 3 years. This was a national story where Meg Thee Stallion was crying to Gayle King about the situation.
You
Like,
lied to the king.
you had, bro, this shit had a bunch of ripple effects as far as society and the people that was running this shit and wanted to go. Now we could say the puppets that was in and that was entangled into it, Rock Nation, they puppets though. Them niggas ain't real. Like Jay-Z answer to people. Like Jay-Z ain't the top of shit, but he got some power
Let
for
me ask y'all a
sure.
question. Do y'all really think like Jay Z is like with Beyonce, like was making decisions about this Meg The Stallion shit? Or do you think like the actual CEO, like the Desiree Perez, was more like y'all think Jay Z was really like active in like the
I don't
PR
know. I don't know
pushes or
how
the
far. I don't know how far Jay-Z is entangled with Rock Nation, but I would assume
I
at
just
some
can't see
point.
Jay Z like, okay, hold on, the Megan narrative is going a little south. Let's put this out. I just can't fathom Jay Z really like maybe like I said the PR people, Desiree Perez, whatever, like people like actual like
Mhm.
the cogs of Rock Nation, but like Jay Z making calls about Meg The Stallion's perception as far as like putting out story. I can't see that. I don't know. I
So
can't see
I
it.
at some point he had to talk. At some point they asked for his advice or something. Like I don't know how much he's involved into it, but his money involved. She an asset, and he the owner of it. At some point he gonna have is that conversation at his table. Like every all problems of Rock Nation, I feel like will fall to him at some point, and that was a huge problem. That they even had a documentary coming out about it. Like at some point, he put money into the documentary, and they got to sign off on it. Like if I'm not crazy, was the documentary not Rock Nation inspired? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy
I
because
don't. I don't
I'm
even
about to
know.
say I don't know.
It
I
could
don't
be.
know.
It
They
could
were
be.
saying it was at first, but I don't. Was that the same documentary that kind of came out recently?
What like a Hulu documentary or something like that?
Yeah, because that was kind of unbiased. I feel like it had what's the girl name from Houston?
Milagro.
Yeah, it had Malagra on there and some other people. But yeah, it's just like the Epstein shit, bro. You think that nigga really died and it's like really hung himself? And bro, hell no. Nah. Somebody either whacked that nigga or he alive somewhere.
See,
Like
but that one from the Jeffrey Epstein, that's like high level shit. That's like, see, that's not a side mission. That's a real mission. You know, that's like a you like we play GTA. You got like this is the main shit we doing, and then this little weed man over here tell me come and burn down his farm. Like, that's like some side shit we gonna go do. Like Jeffrey Epstein, like I can see a cabal of like powerful people. Like, hey, we need to kill this nigga before he spill out. Like that makes sense to me. Meg The Stallion, them. But like the only part, like I don't believe that, but like the only part that would make sense to me is like what you said about let's sow more division in the black community between men and women. Like that part, if we were gonna really dive into the
well,
why, that
you
makes sense. But I
you
don't
gotta
believe that, but that would make
realize
sense.
everybody got their roles in this community and in this society. Like everybody's just court gestures and different noblemen and shit like that have their certain role what they supposed to do, especially when you talk about Hollywood and artists and celebrities. Like If they have a certain script for you, you got to play that. And if your script is a part of you having a certain demise, because they you got to think about it, bro. These people, there's plenty of talented people out here. These people do certain deals. These people do certain things to get to certain places. When you realize how satanic Hollywood is, like, it ain't no joke, y'all. Like, y'all could think about it, bro. You pull up a documentary and all the different satanic, different symbolism that's in Hollywood. Like, these people do this shit. Like, I know it's crazy to people, but it happens. So when they have certain things in their demise and things like that, cool. The one thing you can't do is start trying to tell the truth. If Drake put that shit out, that's a part of him telling the truth. Like, bro, that ain't your job. Like, maybe we'll give a comedian that to do that, because comedian shit got to be taken with a grain of salt because they doing comedian shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why comedians can tell certain truths, because it only can be looked at. You got to have a certain level of discernment to believe a comedian. But when certain artists come out that's doing that, it's like, nah, that ain't your job, bro. You signed a certain deal. You supposed to play a certain role. Drake, don't step out of your lane. And we see it, bro. It's plenty of people that's been in the limelight, bro, and we seen them go crazy. Hollywood turn on them. Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle was one of the top comedians at his time back in the day. Nigga had to go to Africa. Niggas was trying to make the nigga seem crazy. Bro, it could change on you in the drop of a dime if you do it. And it's not even about it, just you step out your lane, bro. Like, and it could be for many different reasons. Like, but it's about principle for them. And it don't have to be like you said, the Epstein grand shit, bro. They move on principle, bro. They knock niggas off all the time. They very ritualistic. They'll kill your son. They'll take anybody for a sacrifice. And nigga, you can get whacked too when your time is up. Cause we want to make money on your catalog, and we tired of you being a rebel. Like, like them niggas move very differently, bro. So when you say I feel like a Drake nigga couldn't drop a video like that, we weren't even supposed to get into this convo like this. That's why I feel like it, bro. You not allowed to, bro. You're not
So
allowed
they
to.
but they'll allow you to flirt with the narrative, though, right?
Yeah, that's possible.
They'll allow niggas to put out like, oh well, I've seen the video, or there might be. They'll allow them to do that. They just won't let them,
Yeah,
because
that's
that's still
speculation.
creating doubt. But it's like, well, nigga already in jail. It's like, well, if y'all ain't got the video, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's if the video's real. Like, if
If I'm Tory, I guess maybe if I'm Tory, I'm like, hey, buddy, shut the fuck. Y'all ain't helping me out. Y'all ain't doing shit. This I get, maybe it helps like with his perception as far as people like still having that. Oh shit, maybe he didn't do it. Like, bro, ain't no fucking video, my nigga. Shut up.
that's what I'm saying. If the video real, then Tory know all this shit is a setup against him. Now, I don't know if Tory has seen the video or anything like that, but now if that's the case, he can't even be on no, like, why other niggas ain't doing it, because he already know what time it is. Like, if that's the case,
Trail said, who is they? You just talking about the powerful people. People you don't even know their name. Just the
bro. I
powerful people.
mean, we could get into the families that run society, like, but it goes so deep. It goes so deep. The people that really run this shit. But you got to
I don't even
understand.
think it be the family. I think like I feel like it's if and this is me getting a conspiracy. I don't know if this is real or not, but like if it's really niggas pulling strings, it ain't gonna be niggas we know. It ain't gonna be niggas that like actually like these name recognition ass niggas. Like, yeah, the Rothschilds and all the people like that, they rich and shit like that. They when in their time they took advantage of their time. They did whatever they did, making money, millions, having
So many
acquired
other families though.
this industry, this industry. But I'm saying it's probably more names we don't really know than the
Hmm.
actual ones that get named to everybody all the time.
Yeah,
These
and you
big
got
ass
to
famous
think
people.
it's not just it's black names too, bro. It's plenty of black powerful people that are evil and know our culture and help deceive us.
Yeah, nigga who runs Zeus.
Plenty
Yeah.
other. Hey, bro, it's plenty of shitty people out here, bro. I give that award to many niggas. I don't be. I'm when a nigga brings some shit up and you say he owns Zeus, look, I believe it. That's a shitty ass.
Zeus is a net negative to society. That's not a good
I think
representation.
BT is too. If you look at a lot of BT commercials and content that come out, a lot of that shit be trash. A lot of their TV shows is obviously geared towards women, but a lot of shit be trash. A lot of trash content, bro. It's like, we not Tyler Perry, but we close.
No,
We close.
BT pretty much is Tyler Perry shit at this point. At least
Oh, he
BT
on
Plus.
it.
He's BT Plus is pretty much all Tyler Perry shows.
Okay, well, yeah, then that
And
explains it.
I don't want to like and think with Tyler Perry. This is a very quick segue. Tyler Perry had like good shows, like House of Pain was good. There was another show he had that was good. He had like a little soap opera that was good, and I like the. I don't have no problem with the Medea movies. For some reason, he makes TV shows. I don't know why he intentionally makes some hoes trash, acting horrible, story like it. Just, if you ever watch one, it's the worst shit ever. Carla had me on BT Plus. I forgot what show he was watching. That shit was like, I was like, Tyler Perry made this the nigga with his own studio. Like Tyler Perry, he made this shit. That
It
shit's
should be
trash.
pretty bad. I've seen some of the shit. It be pretty bad, but
That shit was
like I
trash.
said, we can move on. But yeah, it's a lot of black people. Because when a lot of people think about it, it's like how the Rothschild crafting like shit for black people to be so like engaged in and shit like that. Nah, bro, it be black people too that's very invested. That's very powerful, bro. That's we call it the boule. If you want to ever look into that, and those people are a lot of puppets too, but. It's black people even powerful than them, bro. Like even like Oprah, bro. Oprah crafted a lane for her, and a lot of people think Oprah is very evil too. But that's a whole nother conversation, man. Obama shit, niggas think he got his shit too. It's some black people in some powerful places, bro. That's pretty fucked up, bro.
All right, let's see. Not the name of the nigga who owns Zeus. I think the nigga who owns Zeus, he know what he doing. He a net negative to society. Like if you like, let me say something. Guilty pleasure. I got a wife. I don't really mind reality shows because it's fun to talk shit and laugh at these people, right? But the thing about Zeus is the thing is like it's not no storyline. It's just bitches fighting. That's all. Like they're not. There's no storyline. It's just fighting. Every time they just fight, it's all
Like
fighting.
pit
Every clip you
bulls.
see on social media is it's like dogs. It's all fighting. That's all it is. There's no storyline. It's just bitch, 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 boo, boo. That's it. At least like the other reality shows like Love and Hip Hop, they might fight a couple times, but there's storyline to build on, right? The shit like the Housewives shit, this shit to build on. That shit is just straight debauchery, fighting. That's all that is. And then you got Blueface added to the mix, and that's what.
Fuck
But
you,
anyways,
Trail. Because
uh,
at the end of the day, you
yeah,
telling me you don't think Hollywood satanic? That's what you
me or
saying,
Trail?
Trail?
Oh, Trail.
Trail. Like, because at the end of the day, what you trying to say? Well, I see the imagery up and down. I was looking at the little Yachty and Drake video. The niggas entered the video with Drake starting like this. And then Yachty started his verse with his eye, like shit like that. It's like, bro, these niggas have so many different rituals, but maybe you gotta have the eyes to see or done the research to know what to look for. But even then, they so obvious now. The niggas be wearing red suits with fire around them. Like, you don't even got to get into the cult symbolism no more. Like, they're obvious these days. Then look at the rhetoric they're constantly pushing. Look at the rhetoric that's constantly coming from the elites. It's nothing but negative shit. Nothing but negative shit. Like, bro, these people are spawns of Satan. And they doing it right in our face. And when I say, oh, the people that's directly connected to this shit, a part of it is crazy. Come on, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
I
we
think I
we
think I think with I think because I'm reading with Flowers. If you know the imagery so well, the music album discovery. I think with Bryce, um, I wouldn't say you black pilled. I think you used to be like because you even on your Emerald like your Emerald Thoughts channel, you used to really like dive into it. But I think you started realizing like niggas don't really want to hear. Not necessarily don't hear about this shit, but niggas like
they don't
you feel like there's
care.
no point trying to save niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I'm gonna see the world how I see the world, and I'm gonna move how I move. But I ain't trying to save y'all niggas. Y'all figure it out on your own. You research
pretty
yourself.
much.
But I know I see what's going on. But y'all niggas can
Pretty
do what y'all
much.
want to do.
Cause
Cause
bro,
you used to
it's
be on
in
this
y'all
shit heavy.
face.
You used to be on that shit like heavy. Bryce's purple
Yeah.
pill. I don't know what the purple pill is.
I don't know either.
I don't know what the
I
I know the
don't even
black
know
pill.
either.
Black pill is like
Barney?
doom and gloom. I know black pills like doom and gloom. Red pills obviously like I've been awakened, and blue pills like beta male. Like I know that. I don't know what purple. I
Yeah.
guess purple is a
And,
mix of red
and
and blue. I guess.
me personally, I could still listen to the music. I could still understand what shit is. I still watch movies, but I see it from a certain lens, and I'm able to use certain discernment because how I view shit. But it's right in your face all the time, so you can ignore it if you want.
Trail says homosexual activity is not a Satan ritual. It's just see Trail be saying homosexual. I don't think you even mentioned nothing about homosexuality. You mentioned like imagery, devilry, like eyes, the fucking
Yeah.
all this whatever. His mind goes straight to gay. Like it's straight to gay.
And I mean, I'm not a religious person, but I do believe in certain principles. But I'm not gonna stand on that. I really don't care to stand on that ledge. But if I was super religious, most people would feel like gay people is a certain form of lost. So at the end of the day, people have their right to believe that, especially when you talk about being religious, bro. Like, but it's crazy. You really can't have these conversations no more,
Yeah.
and be you can't really be honest no more.
Purple pill is being in a relationship with red pill knowledge. Black pill is free agency, never settling, knowing what the world is moving accordingly. I thought black pill was like, I'm like, I know what the world is, and I'm like not gonna change, or I don't know. That's why I hear white boys talking about black pill. That's what they be
I
talking about.
ain't none of that shit. I'm just me.
So, anyways, like I said, Rhonda from the Miss that's Miss Fearless. She said, "Look up. I have a theory on the Tory tape. Look up. I have a. Is you saying look up? I have a theory on Tory tape,
We about
or
to do a live reaction.
you send me something about the Tory tape?
A lot of the devil shit is dressing up as hidden homosexuality, for example.
He's obsessed with gay. That's his. That's his thing. He love gay shit. Like that's it. He if it ain't gay, Trail don't want to play. That's his thing. He love gay shit. He like who's gay? Who's getting outed today? Because he might be secretly like in the closet or
And
whatever.
can I maybe I could have two different opinions too, because I feel like obviously people gonna be gay and do their thing for whatever reasons. You're a product of your environment, and I think this environment's toxic, but whatever. But when it's a gay cult, really like that's I feel like Hollywood is. I feel like I could judge that because it's like you forcing people to be a certain thing that they not to be able to blackmail them or to push their boundaries to basically buck. Like if you could do that, you're gonna do anything type shit. Like when I start judging that shit differently. Like obviously people gonna be gay, but the cult when it's a gay cult, bro, that's a whole different conversation to me.
Yeah, yeah, true. All right. So did we touch everything on the Nicki? I think so. I think we bled that one.
Oh
Nicki
yeah,
Meg, Mama's
we touched
Grave,
every
Meg
topic
doing the
close to the
most.
topic.
Was Nicki song trash? Da 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 da. Okay, yeah. All right. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. Joe Budden did play the Nicki song on the original beat I guess it's supposed to be on, and it sounds like it does go great with that beat. It doesn't sound bad with that beat. I guess she was wanting to do it on, but it got I guess she couldn't clear it. Anyway, the tape shows the woman lied, but it also shows him shooting into the air, which makes him guilty of one charge. He's not supposed to touch a gun. Tori actually saved Meg allegedly. Oh, that's just saying it's on the tape. Yeah, like if that happened, and he shot in the air and it's clearly on tape, it's like, oh, he's still gonna get charged for the gun. It's like, yeah, like let's be honest, they didn't really like he got charged for the gun, but they really it's really because they're claiming he shot. Like I don't think they would have gave him all that time. They were just like, oh, he shot the gun in the air. You know what I'm saying? They want to get him for the thing. So I feel like if they did was a video, even though he did shoot and that's technically he's guilty, they should just let him out of jail. Like if they, I ain't gonna send nigga to prison for shooting a gun there. Like all right, bro, come on, get a little
Yeah, he should be
probation.
let
Come
out
on
of
out,
jail on many different things just because
come
it
on
was
out, bro,
suppressed information and all that other shit. Like,
come
but
on out.
even off that, yeah, it's very petty to keep him in jail for that.
Yeah. Hollywood does not give a f about Megan Tory. All right, I don't give a fuck about Megan Tory either at this point. It's about to be Black History Month. Let's talk about something more positive. Let's talk about Taylor Swift. So Taylor Swift is obviously the Chiefs made to the Super Bowl, so Taylor Swift will be all over the Super Bowl. She will be prime time real estate for them and advertising dollars and all things like that. What do you think about people, specifically conservatives? They're saying that Taylor Swift is a psyop and she is being the NFL's rigged, and they pushed Taylor Swift to the Super Bowl so that she can endorse Joe Biden at the Super Bowl to try to win. Do you think that's just people like crazy talk, or do you think that's like that could be a real theory that they would try to really do?
That
I
would
just
be
don't.
fucking
I
hilarious.
just don't think Taylor Swift got the clout, right? Everybody fuck with Taylor Swift. She got the little girl fans, whatever. But I don't think she got enough to clout to sway the election overall. I just don't think so.
And when did the NFL become? I mean, I know the NFL is somewhat liberal, but I thought it was mostly conservative. When you
Yeah,
think of the owners, I think they're mostly being conservative. So I don't know about that.
yeah. I don't believe that. It was just whatever. This
I
all
do
on Twitter.
feel like it's she's definitely being pushed, and the NFL is using it as to get money and shit like that. I do see that. Obviously, she's benefiting from it too. Like I do see that, which you can't be mad about it when you talk about. Like I talk shit about her being an industry plan, but when you think about all this shit is a popularity contest,
Mhm.
and it's about putting yourself in the right places at the right times. She has the luxury to do it. She did it. Like I mean, plenty of people, motherfuckers get married to create brand and network. This is essentially what it is, but also she's getting pushed in branding too. So
Yeah,
People
Shannon
do it all
Sharp
the
got
time as
killed.
far as
Shannon Sharp got killed this week because he said that she moves the needle. The only person that she moves, the only person comparable to her as far as moving the needle is Michael Jackson. He got killed for that. Which I don't understand why. Like I get, like I argue that Taylor Swift isn't more talented than Beyonce, but we're talking about like, moving the needle,
oh,
sales,
yeah. I
market share,
mean,
and obviously she's white. Like I know she's white, but there's a lot of white people that don't do what she does.
it's a lot of context that could be probably thrown into it to make you feel a lot more better about it. But
Mhm.
his statement's not wrong.
Yeah.
Like
His statement went to
women,
people went to he hates his sisters. It's like why do people automatically go to that? Like it's a fact.
yeah,
Like
it's
Taylor
more
Swift drop an
based
album,
on
she sell 1 million. Beyonce drop an album, she do 250. Like there's a larger market for Taylor Swift.
it's more based on economics than anything. Like
Yeah.
women are the biggest consumers in America. White women would be the biggest consumers because they're obviously the more dominant in
Hmm.
this America. So it makes sense as far as like when you talk about like motherfucking Stanley cups or whatever that shit go. Like that shit ain't selling out because a bunch of men want that shit.
No.
It's white
No, white
people.
women. White women.
Starbucks being huge ain't because a bunch of black people and men really drinking that shit. It's a bunch of white women. They could really push companies and certain things into existence or being popular. So yeah, I mean it makes sense.
So why do
Now
people get mad about facts? Why do
because
people want to turn like a weird like he hates black women? Like why's it gotta be this weird thing when he says that?
because people, it sucks a certain emotion out of you because it's a reason that she's like that. It doesn't mean that she's just as good. So
Yeah.
but it makes you feel like that when he says that because in the sense of Michael Jackson being able to do it with his content, him being black during certain times, like when he was a child, like black people weren't looked at as the greatest. As he grew up, he still kind of wasn't looked at the greatest, and he still was able to be this sensation. So when you want to like really compare it, Michael Jackson's clearly bigger. But if you want to talk about straight facts, Taylor Swift can simulate that similar success just based on the environment she in and the type of demographic she is. But what I said this saying I think the other day, black people work twice as hard to get similar outcomes. I think Michael Jackson's legacy is clearly better. However many folds you can argue, but her being white in a white society where white women run shit, it's not hard for her to have a lot of success. Now she does put in work for sure, but it's you can see why she can make a lot of money and a lot of pockets get full, bro. It's just common sense. But that don't mean she equal to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
It's similar to like I've been seeing this. What's Nick Wright? He talk about how Patrick Mahomes is so much better than like certain other quarterbacks like Tom Brady and shit. He bring us none but statistics. I feel like when you look at the Patriots, they was a more run dominant team, and even though passing was a big thing, it wasn't as huge for a Tom Brady run offense. So he was a great quarterback, but he not gonna have them crazy statistics. But when you had that argument, when you throw statistics in there, it makes it look like Patrick Mahomes killing, which he obviously in a pass dominant league. Andy Reid's a pass coach, like. It looks a certain type of way. So statistics could make you feel a certain type of way about shit, but it's more context that could be added to it to make you see shit a little differently.
I'm
So
glad you brought that up because I want to say one thing. I see people tweeting about it, but I was thinking this when I was watching the game, and this is real quick football shit. I think Lamar Jackson let them niggas get into his head about that quarterback shit. There
mm-hmm.
was so many instances I saw where he could have just took off fucking running
I said the
and
same
made
thing.
plays that he was just no, I gotta stay. Fuck, nigga, fuck what the people talking about. You are you because you could do both, nigga. So when you're in that situation where you need to do the running shit, fuck all that. He's not quarterbacky. Make the play because when the white boys do it, because Brock Purdy was it Brock Purdy? I think I was watching.
Yeah,
That motherfucker was running. He had like 80 yards. He was doing what Lamar Jackson was supposed to be doing earlier in the day. And I was like, he just want to sit in the pocket. Why is he just sitting in the pocket?
I said
I said a wide open lane for him to run, and he just like stood there trying. He got sacked out there. I'm like, what is he doing? But I think he was trying to. It felt like he let that like quarterback shit really get to him. It's like, no, bro, fuck all that. Because when Josh Allen white ass the last 3 games was running around, people was praising that shit. I think he had like 160 passing yards and he had like 80 rushing yards. And they was like, oh, Josh Allen is the right behind. Just run, bro. Do what you got. Just win. Because once you win, they can't say. Who gives a fuck what they say? When you're a Super Bowl champion, like whether they go, oh, he's not a great passer like Mahomes or like Peyton Man. Who gives a fuck, bitch? I'm a Super Bowl champion, 2-time MVP. I'm going to the Hall of Fame. Fuck what you talking about. But I think he let that get into his head. He's like, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
that.
I didn't think about it getting into his head, but I did notice that in the game. I'm like, he's not doing what he did against the Texans. Like during the Texans, bro, he was making every right play. When he needed to throw, he threw. When he needed to run, he ran. It was like every time he made the right decision. This game, it was like he was getting sacked when it was times he could have ran a little earlier. It was a lot of shit. I was like, I don't know. It just didn't look the same, bro. So yeah,
You know, I don't know.
that's
But
funny.
that's just pack moments. But just to put the bet on Taylor Swift shit, I mean, yeah, I get it. I wish you could simulate like who. I really wish you could simulate who's the biggest artist in the world because like, and I always think about this. Cause I always think about like old celebrities are way more. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like they were bigger than our celebrities are now. So I wonder how can you quantify like where does she rank in the top like celebrities of all time as far as fandom?
It'll be tough because we do shit on streams,
Yeah, I
but
feel
I
like you
feel
can't
like
do it.
it's
You can't do it. Because
I
I even know I was talking about the weekend being bigger than Prince. Or I was like, I mean, I made a clip about it. I was talking about it, and the guy was like, "Well, the weekend's never sold a million." I was like, "Has Prince sold a million?" Prince, I know Purple Rain did 1.5 million in 1 week. I was like, "Okay, you got me there." I didn't know he did shit like that. I knew he was popular, obviously, but and I started watching. Or I was about to start watching the documentary about the "We Are the People." You know, like all the top 40 whatever pop stars of their time, Billy Joel, all these people. It's like if I take those 50 those top 45 and our top 45 are those top 45 hands down way more massive than our top 45, which would be like obviously Adele, Drake, Eminem. Like I'm just curious about that, but it's different time, so I don't know how you quantify that, but I just be thinking about shit like that. Where we at? He knew I had the over on rushing yards. Okay, you talking about prospects type shit. But anyways, do we got anything else? I don't know. We've been for an hour. I
you
don't think we
said
got nothing
Dave
else.
Chappelle stand up.
Oh yeah. I see. That was Corey Holcomb that said some shit like that. Corey Holcomb was like, Dave Chappelle is a legend in movies, which I don't get the movie part. I get the TV show part, but he said he's not like great at stand up. Do you think? What do you think about that? You don't think Dave's great at stand up?
I think it's foolish. I think he probably one of the best of all time, honestly,
You think so?
especially black comedians. I think
You
he's
think he's just
probably one.
chatting, or like where do you think that comes from? Like maybe a comedian's perspective? I don't know.
Nah, I don't think so. I think Corey Holcomb just come off as a hater in that situation. I've heard Andrew So say similar shit where he feel like he not as good as people say, or he kind of falling off in a sense. But once again, I just feel like that's just Andrew Schultz being a certain type of comedian that Chappelle over his head. Now I did watch the. I thought you had watched the last stand up, and that's why you was kind of put that in there. So I watched it. I didn't think it was the greatest, but I was laughing pretty much throughout the whole time. Like it wasn't the I don't think it was as good as
I
his
watched some of it.
previous.
I didn't watch the full thing.
Yeah, I think his last two or three probably was better than this one, but it still was
Yeah.
good. Still was
I was just
good,
curious
but
because I get what he was saying. Like he was saying when Dave come out to comedy clubs, he's up there just talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? He not telling jokes. It's like, fuck. Like, if I go to a comedy club and Dave Chappelle come, like, that's cool. But if he not telling no jokes, he's preaching, like, all right, I kind of want you, like, fucking, whatever. Like, it's cool. You still Dave Chappelle, let you do it. But I thought he was talking more about that. But then he got to his entire career. He's like, we give him grace because he's a legend in movies. I'm like, Dave Chappelle to me is not a legendary, like, comedic actor. Like, I would never put him in, like, Chappelle show, that's skit shit. Like, that's different. Like, a movie person, I wouldn't put him in there.
yeah,
But he was saying
I
shit like that.
he only been in a couple movies from what I know.
Yeah. Did you see Corey Holcomb talk about his daughter? Yeah, he's calling her a bitch and all that type of shit. Like, I mean, if that's how you feel about his kid, I get he says kid was being disrespectful, whatever. Like, I ain't really looked too much into it, but I just seen people was talking about it. At Trill, if I didn't know you look like a little boom, I would assume you were a white boy. Did we talk about that? Yeah, we talked about the Walmart shit. I think we talked about
Hmm.
that. I think we talked about
We
that.
we didn't know the video. We didn't see the video though.
Yeah, yeah. He's fried now. He's done. He's a nasty guy. I see Chappelle live, and he was up there smoking a cigarette, talking about the events that was going on. I don't want to talk about this. Iran, Israel. I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of shit lately. This is like I don't think it's conspiratorial, but this whole war shit we got going on right now, like Israel and Gaza, and I just feel like it makes me feel like I wonder if this is all like a ploy to get us to go to war with Iran, because like obviously it starts with Hamas attacking Israel, and now it's spread out to where you got the Houthis and you got Hezbollah, who are like backed by Iran doing shit. And obviously they're attacking like ships in the Red Sea, and we got to respond to that. And in Jordan, 3 black soldiers just got killed. 3 American soldiers just got killed. So like it's like that. And I'm like, did all this spur up to get us? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like on some 9/11 shit. Like, what can we do to get us to start a war with a nigga? And that's what it feels like is going on right now. Because like with the Israel shit, it's like them coming in on paraglides. Like I'm sure I'm not denying they kill people in Israel. I'm not denying that. Like they did that. But it's like it just feels like it all is a plan to get us to go to war with Iran. That's what it feels like at this point right now. I don't know if
I
you pay
felt
attention to
the
that
I
shit, but that's what it
didn't
feels like.
I didn't think with Iran because I didn't look that deep into things, but I did feel like they were, especially with the black community, showing us the 3 black people that died. Like I feel like that was a try to get us to be emotionally invested
Yeah,
in that and
that
want
was
to.
real convenient. Like I'm not saying like I'm not trying, I'm not definitely not dimensioning 3 people getting killed. Like that's whole shit. But it's like certain should be feeling like
They
I
showed
don't know.
us that
I
for a
don't know if the
reason.
word is psyop, but like I feel like they could see the black population didn't really give a fuck about Israel and like whatever. So it's like, okay, how can we get them invested into this shit? These 3 black soldiers, out of all the soldiers there, these people got killed. But I don't know. It just feels like it feels like some not fake shit because obviously people are dying, but it feel like a plan to get us to go
Yeah,
to war. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
they felt like with me seeing that felt like Biden sitting down in the black people home for a good Black
What is
Sunday
he
dinner.
chicken? Is he like church's chicken or what is he eating there?
I guess so.
But that's my little just I know all this Nicki Minaj shit and it's all cute, it's all cool, but I don't know, man, some proxy war shit going on right now. Like we're not directly fighting with Iran, but we're fighting with Iran-backed militias, and we're dropping bombs, they're dropping bombs, they're attacking trading ships. It's like, what's going on?
So wouldn't it if that was
What's
to
the
happen, it'd be like 3 different wars going on at once. Which I mean,
yeah,
that's not nothing
Uk-
new, but it'd be
Ukraine
very
and
close.
Russia, Gaza, Israel. But I feel like if we start going on war with Iran, it would change from like Gaza, whatever, and it'd just be like us versus like a couple places in the Middle East at that point, like Syria and wherever those militia groups that are backed by Iran reside. Mostly, it'd be like us versus them.
But like, how many people really be in those militia groups? Like a couple thousand? Like even
I don't know. I don't
does
know.
it even be
I just
that
feel like
many?
I
Like
just feel like I just feel like some shit just be stupid because it's like okay, Hezbollah is taking over like a portion of Syria, right? It's like, are we? Is the American military really scared of like a faction of a terrorist? Like y'all couldn't just like wipe them out and like so like that. You know what I'm saying? Like this one got that much military effort into like wiping these people out. I don't think so. I just don't think it's. But I guess maybe they're scared because Iran backs them up. We're gonna go to war with Iran. But I feel like we could probably maybe just American arrogance. But I feel like we could just wipe out the leaders of Iran too. It's like I don't know. I don't know.
yeah,
Are
that's
they as,
probably when you start
are they
getting
as
into
advanced as us? Like I don't know.
yeah, that's when you start getting to they probably just want to get back into that oil shit again.
Yeah.
When they start going with that seemed like to always be the narrative with the Middle East.
Like the only people I'm trying to figure out who should we be scared to go to war with? I'm trying to figure out like should we be scared to go to war with Russia? Should we be scared to go to war with China? Like, is there
We
anybody we
should
should
be
be
scared
scared
to
to go
go
to
to
war with?
war, period.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if it had to go down, like, is there somebody who's like, we don't want to fuck with them? I think the only reason we don't want to fuck with China is for trade reasons and economic reasons, just because obviously we're their biggest trade partner, they're our biggest trade partner, and if we go to war, economies will be fucked off. And that's what I was watching. I'm just giving y'all some information. Take it as you will. I was watching a hedge fund guy. He's like worth $30 billion. Citadel's name's like King Griffin. And he was talking about the Taiwan shit, and he was like, if China takes over Taiwan and we go to war with them about that, our economy could be rocked instantly just because Taiwan makes all of the some type of chips that he was like GM will stop making
Semiconductors.
cars, semiconductors. GM will stop making cars, phones will stop being like all this shit will stop being cease to be getting done. And that would kind of like he said that would push us into a Great Depression instantly if that was to. So I guess out of everywhere I'm seeing, like Israel, do we help them? Do we help Ukraine? I'm like Taiwan may be the one place we probably need to, pay attention to. I don't know what Israel does for America. I don't know what they do for us. I don't know what Ukraine does for America. Because even Ukraine, I don't know if we talk about this on the podcast. I'm starting to feel like Ukraine is more a situation for the banks, right? When I'm watching the World Economic Forum and I'm watching the Davos shit that they do, and I'm seeing the CEO of Chase with a Ukraine pin, and I'm seeing that the leader of Ukraine, Zelensky, is meeting with BlackRock CEO, Chase, all the banks, because they want to invest money in Ukraine to rebuild it. Okay, y'all trying to make some money. Destruction, rebuild, we're financing, we're getting money. That's what it's starting to feel like now. Somebody's trying to make some money in Ukraine part. Israel, that feels to me like, okay, let me break this down. I'm starting to feel like Ukraine is a money thing for banks, hedge funds. They got the money to rebuild. We'll give you all the money. We'll take over this area, right? Israel is starting to feel like Iran. We want to have war with Iran. And the China thing, that's like Taiwan. We need to probably protect that. Out of all the three that are bubbling right now, that's the only one I can see where we might want to be like, proactive and that not happening. But
I ain't
everywhere
gonna
else,
lie.
it feels like, it feels like America's being used in those two scenarios to me personally.
If China go to war with them boys, I know how to get rich. I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta play. I gotta play.
I'm shorting something.
I got to under.
I'm shorting something.
Hey, y'all
All you
nigga.
all you car manufacturers, y'all getting shorted, buddy. We're shorting those right there.
I'm going straight to the semiconductors themselves. TSM, AMD. Them hoes going
We're shorting
down.
those, buddy. We're shorting those.
Them hoes going down if that's the case. Because I'm just like, if it anything like Gaza where the whole motherfucking shit getting blown up, like everything getting blown up, brother, like that shit, like the economy gonna
I don't think
crash.
see, but I don't think China want to do that either because China also needs them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know if China
Yeah,
going that far. But America has a treaty to back Israel that was signed
that's
in the early
true.
1900s. No, I get having an alliance with Israel. I'm not saying like I don't understand the geopolitical why we're doing that. Like the only reason we rock with Israel is the only non-Muslim country over there. We use them as eyes to watch over what's going on in the Middle East. The only reason we give a fuck about Israel is because we use them to see what's going on in Iran, what's going on in Syria, what's going on in Saudi Arabia. That's why they're there. That's why we rock with them, right? I get that. But my thing is like when I'm looking at these three situations, what do I think is the most important out of all these three? Like I said, I think Ukraine is some bank shit. I think Israel's to get us in a conflict with Iran. The Taiwan thing, when I talk about the semiconductors and Great Depression, that to me is the most, as an American, I'm like, that'd be the most important. But speaking of what you said about the border, I think that's a big deal as well. They need to, but they're not worried about that. But yeah, that's my political.
Why is America the UN?
I don't know. That's our role. I don't know. They look to us as we're the people right now. The very reason the Jews hold so much in Israel is because of that treaty they made to give them that holy land. Well, it wasn't America that gave them that. It was Britain that did that back in like whatever or mid 19 after the World War, whatever. Because Britain was the one that was in control of that whole area before then. But regardless. Last thing I want to talk about, and this is more political bullshit. I don't know if you've even seen any of this shit going on. This is my end of the podcast rant type shit. I was watching today. There was a Senate. I don't know if it was Judiciary Committee. I don't know what it was, but they had all the CEOs of social media companies. Right? They had Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook or Meta. They had the lady who's running Twitter. I don't know what her name is. Discord CEO, Snapchat CEO, and TikTok CEO. It was all there. And it was grilling about online safety. Right? It was like, do you support this bill for child predatory, whatever? I don't know what this is my mind. Like, I just think everything's bullshit when it comes to politics. I don't think they give a fuck about the kids. I feel like they want to control social media, control the adults. I don't feel like they give a fuck about the kids. I feel like the kids are a Trojan horse to put certain legislation in. Because these bills be bullshit. Like the bills just be like, there be something on the surface, but baked into it be some bullshit that we don't even
Like the
see. Yeah,
Patriot.
I feel like there's something baked into these online bills um, that they're using the children as a thing. Because it was like, do you know people are killing themselves because of your apps? They should be able to sue you because this governor's son, uh, and this happened to me before. Well, not in this capacity, but pretty much Lindsey Graham, who's a senator from South Carolina, he told a story about another senator in his state, his son. There was a group of people from Nigeria made a Facebook account of his girlfriend. The girlfriend, the fake girlfriend, but actually Nigerians, made or convinced him to send like naked picture of himself to them. He did it, and then they said, "Ha, it ain't your girlfriend. Send us some money, or we're gonna expose you these pictures." He sent the money. They wanted more money, so he killed himself. And they're blaming like Facebook. I don't know. Is that something you can blame Facebook? I just don't understand how you blame Facebook for that. Like, how do they control
Hmm.
that scenario? A
Yeah,
nigga make
that's
a fake
kind of
profile,
insane.
you send them a dick pic, they want to expose you, You kill yourself. Mark Zuckerberg, that's your fault. I don't understand that part of it.
Yeah, no, that's weird. That's like somebody being at the mall or at school, and you blame the mall or the school for the person stabbing or shooting somebody at the mall or the school versus the person that actually did the crime.
Yeah. Now, some of the other things I was talking about, like if a person searches like some child whatever stuff, you have a thing that pops up that says, "This is blocked on here. Are you sure you want to continue to look for this, or do you need resources and help?" You probably shouldn't give them an option to continue looking for the child stuff on your website. That's just be automatically blocked, and I get that. But like I was saying, for me, with social media shit is when I was in Hawaii, somebody hacked my Facebook. They started sending everybody in my DMs a bunch of like weird ass links to porn and shit like that, and then they emailed me. It was like, "We have been screen recording your thing. We have compromising photos of you. Send us 3 Bitcoin, da da da." And I was like, "Fuck you. You ain't got no fucking shit to me, motherfucker." And I just changed my password, went about my day. I'm not gonna blame Facebook for. Like, I don't understand. Like, if I kill myself, how do you blame Facebook for that?
Yeah,
And even like, there was like, kids are getting fentanyl pills off of your social media apps. If a nigga, if I hit Bryce up on Instagram and say, "Hey, bro, I got some pills for you," and then he take one and it's fentanyl, how the fuck is that Facebook's fault? How is it? I don't. How is that their fault?
this is not.
And it was Democrats. Well, Democrats and Republicans, they're together on this issue of this child thing, right? But I'm like, you talking about fentanyl? Why y'all want to close the fucking border? Like, if y'all saying fentanyl is coming from the border, but y'all ain't worried about closing the border. Y'all let niggas run up in here every day, all day. Like, fuck it, it's open season. They fentanyl coming from China, going to Mexico, then coming to America, and niggas dying. It's like y'all got y'all priorities. That's why I feel like it's some bullshit. I feel like it's a more. We got some other shit baked into these bills that are really control the people, not just some kid shit. But that's my little rant. I'll probably read more into it and I'll probably have more information. But that's my little spiel.
Government is so depressing.
That's my spiel on it. I think it's all bullshit.
It's so depressing, bro. It's so full of shit.
You know. Trail says, "Don't send nudes. Stop being." I didn't even get that story either. Like, you have a girlfriend. I have a wife. If there was a new page of my wife, I'm not gonna automatically think it's her. I'm gonna ask, "Hey, did you create a new profile?" You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna automatically send a dick pic to it. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, yeah. Why would I send a dick pic through social media, anyways?
That just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, but right, that's the scenario that they brought up, and they had a bunch of people in the audience of people's kids who I guess died or killed themselves over something like that happening. Like, another thing is sexual predators would get minors to send them pictures, and then they would do the extortion thing on them, and then they would end up killing themselves. It's like, how does like is anybody can make a profile right now and just start fucking with people?
Number one, it's the predator's fault. Number two, it's the parents' fault. It's like letting your kid go to the park and they're unchaperoned, and you they ain't really old enough to protect themselves. That's essentially what you're doing. You let them get on social media where it's a public access space where many different people of all different creeds, elks, and character come. You should be chaperoning them and at least checking their history and seeing what they own constantly. Because that's really the only way. You wouldn't let them go to unchaperoned any other situation. Like, so it's just that's like letting your kid go to the club. Like, that's wild. That's wild, especially when you just let them do anything, go on any website. Like, you gotta think, like, bro, when we was young, and we was of age at this point to be not we young adults, we not adults, but we know what morality and like, you know what character is. But we'll be on them shit called like Meagle or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's all type of people of all type of ages on there where
Weird
you
ass old niggas on there used to be with their shirts off. Weirdo motherfuckers.
and I'm sure our parents wouldn't have been happy that we was on that shit even at that age. So understanding that, like, it's a point where you should chaperone your kids. Like, and when I say that, like, bro, we like 16, 17, we damn near
Yeah.
adults, but it's even people that's younger. Like, when you see them, like, cause it's dudes that
You be
be on
seeing these
like,
streamer niggas on there
yeah,
with them kids and shit
yeah,
like that.
and it be like young people, and it's like, nah, like, where's your parents at?
Yeah.
Like, so
Your kid should not be on no app where a random person across the world could just pop on their screen on a live stream and be like, "Hey," that should not. Hell, no, never,
yeah,
never.
and I mean, maybe some type of app should be created where certain websites get flagged and it sends notifications to a parent where like it's like a some type of pair system where any app that's detected on this person's phone or this kid's phone, the parents should know about. And if it has a red flag, the parents should get known about. And certain websites should be red flag automatically. So it really should just be red flag. Like if this person is 18 or under, and like a parent should be able to have a way to access, like, hey, this person is 18 or older. They shouldn't be able to go to websites like that. Ask you, are you 18 and older? Like they shouldn't even be able to answer that question.
Yeah. Cause you go hit yes. Like, yeah, I am. No like what does that do? Are you 18? Yes. Access to everything. Here you go. It doesn't
I
make
was
any
born in
sense.
1950. I was born in
The old,
1929.
whatever the oldest age is. Like, oh, 1945. Like, yeah, that's when I was born. Because I think even back when we was trying to get on Facebook, shit, I think at the time, maybe it wasn't Facebook, MySpace. I don't. I remember on MySpace, one of my pages I made. Like right now, if I went on, it would probably say I'm like fucking 65 right now. Because I don't think I was of the correct age to even be on it at the time that I was on. But
I
I
know
wasn't like
exactly what
on
you're
it.
talking about.
I don't know. I don't know if I wasn't just a dumbass kid and then like no, I never was in a situation like a motherfucker could message me and be like, meet up with me and I'll meet me around the corner. Like that wasn't gonna happen for me. So I don't know. Maybe I wasn't just some dumbass kid. I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, parents know if they got a dumbass kid. Like, like if you know your kid hella gullible, bro, you realized that a long time ago, bro. You need to be watching them. Versus if you know you got a kid that think for themselves and smart, bro, it's all right. I might give you a little more freedoms, but even at the end of the day, bro, you should be checking your kid history. And if they clearing the history out, bro, you need to be suspending some privileges or something. Like you need to be like, why are you doing it? Why is
Yeah.
there no history? And I see you on the computer all the time. Like, and there's no excuse for our generation of kids because we was the kids that used to do this shit to get away with it. Like, so you should be able to know what the kids gonna do to get away with shit. We was the original technology kids. Like, yeah, these kids maybe know a little bit more shit, but no, bro. We know the loopholes. Like, nigga, you if you take your kid phone, nigga, make sure you check the SIMS card or shit like that. Like, nigga might get another burner phone and put a new SIMS card in. Like, nigga, you need to check shit. Like, it's the shit
Yeah.
that we used to do.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, that is all I got. I know I had the most deaf thing on there, but I don't give a fuck about most deaf. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. He
Cloud
kept
chasing.
he was acting sassy, and now he's like, "Oh, I wasn't trying to do that." Like, bro, it's cool. You was acting sassy. You was trying to get a little moment. We got it, bro. You good? Don't worry about it. We forgive you. We ain't
Nigga
gonna go
said
crazy.
they don't want the Drake bars. And then the
You
nigga
want
was just in a mega hall. Like, they don't want to talk about Target, nigga. Your ass performing in front of the weird white people in a fashion show, nigga. I don't
a
want to hear that
fashion
shit.
show? That
Niggas
was
wearing
weird. It's
trash
like
skin
all that you was talking
suits.
about, and then you was like performing at this random ass fashion show, which is like,
Niggas wearing duck suits and shit. And your ass singing in front of them. They don't want to hear that shit, nigga.
you know. But anyways, music shit. Kanye about to drop out. Or he dropped the Kanye dropped the track list. Yeet talking about dropping an album.
Well, that'll
Uh,
be fun to talk about.
there's no conversation going on about 21 Savage album anymore. I feel like it's like I know it went number one again, but nobody dropped that. I just feel like there's no conversation about 21's album. It's kind of weird. That makes me feel like it's gonna be not like not necessarily like personally a bad year for music, but just like damn, people ain't really like conversating about Kanye West, not Kanye West, 21 Savage album as much as I would think they would. But like, and nobody talking about 21 Savage. None of y'all other niggas got hope except if you Drake, Cole, Kendrick, anybody like that. But you know, yep.
Niggas bored with music, man.
Yeah, UMG took they music off TikTok, which UMG is like I think it's like Bad Bunny, Drake, Nicki Minaj, Eminem, like all Taylor, all these fucking big artists. UMG said take my music off TikTok, so that's going on. But yeah, I really
Dang,
fuck with
bro.
UMG.
TikTok was lit for a while lasted.
Yeah, they took all that shit off.
You could do verses and all that shit.
Nah, that was fire. That was fire. We should do it on there. Damn, I be want to do it. I be thinking like, bro, that was the good old days. The versus days was I be want to do like a rematch type shit, but I don't know because that shit was just fun. But regardless, maybe
We
one
gotta
day.
save them some when we get bigger, when we get
Yeah.
way more.
Yeah, you need way more fucking votes than just Trail, his burner account, Wardo, and Flying Low. Like a mass voting system. But anyways, it's late. That was fun. We had a great conversation about Nicki, politics, Taylor Swift, yada
Dave
yada
Chappelle.
yada. Dave Chappelle. That's all I got, man. I ain't got nothing else. I could probably find some other shit, but I ain't about to go digging. So that's all I got for today. Bryson, any last final words?
Nah, man, it's been all good, man. Y'all take it easy. See y'all next week.
See y'all next week. Send us topics on our social media accounts. Send us topics. Send us videos. Whatever. And we'll see y'all next time, man.